What's up guys, welcome back to If Chronicles. In this video I'm going to show you a pretty powerful platform that I've been using whenever I want to look at some metrics for a project that I want to invest in. Of course, whenever I want to invest in a project, I look at the tokenomics, I read the white paper, I try actually the project, I try to use it, I look for the community, the hype behind it, but in the end, as I have said in many other videos, all of these projects, if it is a L1, a blockchain, a L2, a DEX, I want them to be making money, because in the end they are a business. They need to pay for the developers, they need to pay for advertisement. There is a lot of things that they need to pay. So if they're not making money, in the end, I don't think it is a project that for the long run they're gonna be able to stay in crypto. Right? So maybe on the outside they might look good, but whenever we're looking at some metrics on the inside, everything might be a chaos. So here, if we go to TokenTerminal, we can click on dashboard, and here we can see some of the information on a project. Of course, here we can check, for example, let's go ahead and look at Velodrome, which is a project that I am currently holding, which is the main DEX on Optimism. So we can see the price here, all-time high, 188 days, 50 days, and all the other information. But here really is what we want to be looking at. So market cap is at $19.5 million. We have the fully diluted market cap, which is 260. We have the total value log, which is 243, so not bad at all. We have the trading volume annualized, which is pretty interesting, almost $4 billion. That's crazy. That's pretty good. Revenue, you can see that it is actually up for the past 30 days, 500%. So that is great also. Revenue annualized is up 247% at $12 million. We can look at the PF ratio, PS ratio also. We have the fees, which is also pretty interesting, 322% up for the last 30 days. We also have it annualized. And let's see, we can also check the core developers and code commits. Usually the core developers and commits will go down as the project gets bigger, right? Because it might need less codes. Next, we have the key metrics. So here we can also look at some charts. So let me go ahead and remove that so we can check the fees. So for each day, we can see how many fees or what is the amount of fees that they're making from the platform. So as you can see, lately for June, July, they have been growing, because on the past they were making like 4 to 5K in fees. And for the past few days, they've been able to reach 60, 50, even 80K. But of course, they're gonna have like an airdrop. So I think you need to be staking like 1,000 Velo and you might receive an airdrop. So probably that's why the fees are a little bit high currently, or up. Right? We can also go to revenue to see if they're actually making money. So yes, they are positive, because if not, it will actually drop down and it will show in red. So here we have revenue 45K, we have here 100K also, 300K, not bad at all. We have 190, and that was for August, 328. So they are actually making money, which is pretty interesting. We can also take a look at the trading volume. So here we have 5 million, 10 million, 20, 4, 17. So they are actually making a pretty good amount of trading volume on the platform, which is also pretty interesting. Active users, which is probably the most important for me. I'm gonna remove the trading volume. You can see it has been skyrocketing, because they were holding more or less at 1K, 1.5K, and now they are at 5K. Daily users. That was actually for yesterday, so not bad at all. 5K is pretty interesting. So next, let's see what else we have. We can also check for the monthly or weekly, but hey, for the daily is actually more than enough for me. Here we can also take a look at the metrics for the sector. We can take a look at the total value lock, market cap, fees, active users, and all the other information. We can take a look at loans, active users, and assets, etc. Right? So let's see. And also we can click on market sectors. So for exchanges, which is DEX, they have the total trading volume just for the last 24 hours, $1.32 billion. Fees for blockchains, L1 is 8.66. Then asset management, blockchains, L2s, bridges, and all of that. So for example, if we come here and check on key metrics, we can also take a look at some information. So we have the fees here selected. We can see that Ethereum is at $4.7 million. Tron, which is probably just because people are sending USDT. We have Bitcoin, BNB. We can also go to daily active users. And here, which is pretty interesting, I actually thought the number one would be Ethereum. It is not. Number one, that is for yesterday, is actually Tron. Then we have BNB, then Bitcoin, and lastly Ethereum. So we can check on all that information. Also, we have revenue. Let's see which one is the biggest for revenue. And it is, of course, Ethereum. Then we have Tron, Filecoin, and all of that. Then we can also take a look at trending contracts. So for example, we can take a look at, let's go ahead and do Arbitrum. You can see that there is a lot of people using layer 0 because it is calculating it by the gas used. So almost, whoa, $500,000 in gas fees. That's crazy for the last 30 days just for Arbitrum layer 0. We have Target Finance, Circle, Vertex, Wolfie, Gains Network, PowerSwap, 1inch, MetaMask, and many others. You can also choose the 7 days, 25 days, 24 hours, 90 days, 180, and 360. And you can also switch between some blockchains here. And let's see what else we have. They have the financial statements and crypto screener. So for the crypto screener, you actually need to add some information. So for example, if you want to take a look at the fees, you can do that, revenue, and all of that. You can also choose the ecosystem and sector. So for example, let me go ahead and show you another project, which I also really like, which is Target Finance. So here we can also see that the revenue is up 20%, almost 20%. And let's go ahead and take a look at the metrics. I'm gonna remove that. The fees, you can see that they have been pretty stable, not bad at all, 50K up to 60K. Also, you guys need to know that Target Finance is super cheap. So when you put it in comparison with some other ones, it might look like it is small, but when we check the active daily users, that's when it gets super interesting. Just yesterday, they got 48,000 users, 48,000 users. That when you put it in comparison with Velodrome, that is just crazy. I think Velodrome had maybe 5K in users, 10K in users. So they have 4 to 5 times that just by yesterday. And they have been growing steadily. Pretty good. So there you go. This is just something that you can do to add some more information whenever you want to do a research on a project to know how everything is going for them in terms of fees, in terms of users, in terms of trading volume on the platform, so you can make a better decision if you want to invest over the long run on that project. If you have any questions, any doubts, as usual, just drop it in the comment section. And if this content was valuable enough, please share it with a friend. Subscribe, like, talk to you later. Bye-bye.